33 years of age. Tail of the tape, 225, the number for Williams. And Gil, you say that's his most effective weight.
Absolutely. In previous fights, he's been up to 234, 235. Just wasn't himself. This is his best weight.
And you see the reach advantage for Williams. He will try to keep Morrison at the end of his long, flicking left jab. Punch stat numbers, Larry.
Let's take a look at, see how often he throws that jab. Around 18 times in his last couple of fights. He used to throw it twice that often. But in the hard punch division, it's Morrison, and Morrison's best punch is a vicious left hook. He is a natural puncher. And here you see Williams getting knocked out first by Mike Weaver with a left hook, and then by another Mike Tyson. And you'll see why. Look where he keeps his right hand. Look where his right hand is. It looks like he's about to sweep the floor.
And you know, Larry, not only he drops his right hand when he jabs, he drops it before he throws it. And his right uppercut is one of his best punches, which leaves him very vulnerable to a left hook.
Indeed, he has
Harold
redefined the art of
Letterman,
holding
give us
the
the
right hand
rules
low.
tonight.
Tommy Morrison and Carl Williams will box tonight using the rules of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. 10 rounds, 3 judges scoring the fight. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. If a cut is caused by an accidental headbutt and the cut causes the fight to be stopped, we go to the scorecards after 3 rounds have been completed. You can be saved by the bell in the last round only, and only the referee can stop the fight. Jim?
Right now, let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the pre-fight introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada, where tonight Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, along with the undefeated king of beers, Budweiser, in association with the Reno-Sparks Convention and Visitors Authority, present professional boxing in the heavyweight division for your entertainment. This first bout, the 3 judges assigned by the state of Nevada, scoring the bout on a 10-point must system. The judges are Bill Graham, Herb Santos, and Bert Clements. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, Reno, Nevada's own referee Mills Lane. And now, ladies and gentlemen, man your battle stations. 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with red trim, weighing in at an even 225 pounds. He comes to us tonight from White Plains, New York, and brings an excellent professional record of 26 victories, 20 by KO. Against 5 defeats, he has won no decision. He's one of the top ranked and well-known heavyweights in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl the Truth Williams. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red and black stars and stripes trim, weighing in at 228 pounds, fighting out of Kansas City, ranked number 6 in the world by the International Boxing Federation with an outstanding record of 34 victories, 30 by KO, only 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Tommy the Duke Morrison.
All right, look here. If he goes right here, I'm not going to call it low. If he goes right there, I'm not going to call it low. Okay, we've already had your instruction in the dressing room. Expect a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself. Wait a minute, come back here. Come back here. Bring him back. Bring him back. Now look, protect yourself at all times. Any questions here? Any questions here? Let's get it on.
The only question here is whether Williams can keep his left hand out and his right hand up and make a real fight of it.
That is the key, and I noticed that Williams' trunks are a little high. If I was in Morrison's corner, they'd be down by his navel where they belong.
Tommy has inaugurated the popular art of bicycle shorts under his boxing trunks. We've seen it in basketball and a variety of other sports. Now here it is in boxing. Who will be next? Meanwhile, Carl the Truth acknowledges that this is his last chance for boxing credibility. He says that he has trained more for this than for any other fight since the Tyson debacle. He's essentially been in the gym since November 4.
Well, again, his weight is 225, which is his most effective weight.
Morrison attacking, not landing solidly yet. And hitting on the break with the right hand, and Mills Lane says, don't do that again. And there's the left hook, and down goes Carl Williams.
as advertised.
6, 7.
Just can't keep that right hand up.
That was a chopping left hook, which is unusual. He came over the top with it.
And that wasn't even the A-quality Morrison left hook.
That was what I would call a C left hook, not his A or B even.
No, his A is a lightning bolt. The best in the division.
Hey, wait. Both of you knock that shit off. Come on.
Just a little bit more than a minute into the bout. Williams has been down once.
He doesn't appear to be hurt or even dazed at this point, Gil.
No, he is punching back, throwing some good snappy left jabs. But again, every time he jabs, down goes that right hand.
Get off that neck.
You would think at this age that that flaw would have been corrected.
Tommy Morrison is a very fast starter.
Sometimes you can't teach an old dog new tricks, Larry. He's been doing it so often and so long. Now, if he does throw his right hand, you'll see he drops it before he throws it.
Morrison trying to split the guard with the uppercut, comes back with the left hand, and Williams uncharacteristically partially blocks it with the right. There's another left hook flush on the neck, a little bit behind the ear.
Williams is throwing some sharp left jabs, though, Jim. If he can get to Morrison with that jab, keep him off balance a little bit. You can't push it. You can't do that.
Williams says that he's learned to shorten up his punches since the Tyson fight. Isn't as vulnerable to the power punches as he used to be.
Punch out. 2 hands are free. Get off that neck. Get off that neck and come on.
This is a man who once earned legitimate comparisons, both in style and in ability, to Larry Holmes when Larry was the heavyweight champ. But that was 8 years ago.
I 1 step back. Come on, 1 step back clean. Get off that neck. Come on.
Right hand by Williams is solid on Tommy Morrison's cheek. And Morrison lands another left hook, and Carl will be wobbling a little bit as round 1 comes to a close.
Pull it out. Okay. Order. Keep it slow, man. Take it easy. Here for what? Here for what? Back in focus, right? Listen to me. I want to see that jab. Keep him out in the center of that ring. You understand me? Okay? If he gets past your jab, you make him pay the price with the right hand. You understand me?
Let's take a look at a knockdown. Actually, Williams was more hurt at the end of the round than he was on this knockdown. That landed high on the head, stunned him early in the round.
And what happened? Williams dropped his right hand. There he drops that right hand to throw a right hand. He can't get it back up in time.
There again, you see where that right hand is down around his chest. Somebody once said that the reason he hasn't been able to correct that fault is that his trainers couldn't teach a goat to eat a tin can.
That sounds pretty good to me. But you know, this is believe it or not, this is a good Williams. He's got plenty of snap in his punches.
Well, he's got a different trainer now than the man who carried him through most of his career. Williams was the beneficiary of the architecture of the late Carmine Graziano. Now John Davenport is his trainer. He tried to throw the jab in round 1, threw 21 of them by punch count numbers, but only landed 4.
Just landed a good left jab while you was reading those statistics, Jim.
Get off that neck, Williams.
Well, I got to quit reading statistics, don't I?
You got 2 hands free. Punch out of there. Punch out. Get off that neck.
Mills Lane, feisty as always in his referee role.
And Williams is doing exactly what he told us he was going to try to do. Tie Tommy Morrison up on the inside, kill the clock, and get him into the later rounds.
Good idea. Morrison has yet to prove that he can be effective in the late rounds, although he did come back to win the fight against Joe Hipp when he was in serious trouble with a broken jaw and a broken hand.
One thing I noticed, Gil, is that he seems to be correcting the problem he had of putting too much out early in the fight. He's a little bit more relaxed than we've seen him before, Morrison.
Well, that is correct. And you know, a lot of people have said, well, he wasn't in condition, he got tired. The main reason that fighters get tired is because they're not relaxed. They're too tight.
Much like George Foreman in his first career.
The first George Foreman, right. George Foreman won.
So maybe Morrison should take 10 years off.
Good solid punches by Carl Williams, especially that left hook to the body.
All right. All right, boy, let's get back clean.
If Morrison has a stamina problem, that left hook in the body is certainly going to help Williams.
Morrison missing with the left hook. Williams tightening up again a little bit inside.
Your hands are free.
Both fighters seem to be getting a little bit of a breather through the second minute of round number 2. Carl Williams holding Morrison behind the head and banging him with the right hand. And Mills Lane says he can't do that. Left hook again by Morrison, backs Williams up. But Carl's a little bit busier in this round than is his opponent. Straight left hand by Morrison. Neither man going to the body much yet, and since Carl Williams is tall and rangy, maybe that would be a good idea for Tommy Morrison to go to the body.
His manager, Bill Caton, told me he thought that would be the most effective punch in this fight. A left hook to the body by Morrison.
Well, we haven't seen much of it yet. And we remind you, coming up immediately following Tommy Morrison and Carl "The Truth" Williams, 44-year-old George Foreman against South African Pierre Kutzer. A look at George warming in his dressing room.
You got to come in off of your 7. Come in with 7-7-2, 7-7-2, 7-7-5s, 7-7-5-2. Okay, you have to make it happen off of your.
There's the left hand that briefly stunned Williams, but having survived that punch, Williams felt the flow of confidence. He came back at Morrison.
Seemed that way to me. Threw some beautiful combinations, good snappy left jab, good right hand.
And I think at this moment, all of those people counting on Tommy Morrison to make them a lot of money are a little bit nervous.
I would have to say so. Williams is starting to get some confidence. Again, as you say, he's the experienced guy in there. And as he figures the fight, the longer it goes, the better it is for Williams.
Left jab by Williams to begin round 3. And I mentioned that Williams was the busier fighter in round 2. By punch stat numbers, he threw 38 punches, only 24 for Morrison. Morrison needs to step up his business a little bit. Williams beginning to keep him away with the jab. And another left hand, and down goes Williams for the second knockdown of the fight. And this time he's hurt a little bit more badly.
Well, now let's see what kind of a finisher Tommy Morrison is.
Long way to go in round 3. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Crowd chanting Duke, Duke, Duke. Morrison trying to finish with the uppercut, comes back with the left hook. Now Williams with the 1-2. Seems to have regained his senses a little bit.
As I say, this is the best Williams probably in the last 2 years.
Great right hand by Morrison.
Get off that neck. Get off that neck. Come on.
And believe me, this is not a stiff that Morrison is unloading on. Williams is in condition and fighting well.
Come on.
Well, what a confidence builder it would be for Tommy to be able to finish with the right hand. We always talk about the left hook. Morrison misses with the uppercut, lands the left hook again, but it's just a short chopping hook. Again, we've seen the A hook only once, and that was on the knockdown in this round. Williams coming back with right hands.
Get off that neck.
Still plenty of time in the round. And there's that left hook and right hand.
Carl Williams showing some resolution here. That time Tommy knocked the mouthpiece out with the left hand. It landed somewhere in the crowd. Carl Williams trying to prove to Morrison that he's still there.
Those weren't powder puff punches by Williams.
No, this is a good effort.